It's Friday. Look what they've done to my coffee spot. They've cordoned it all off with tape all the way around. They've got a sign up saying there's been falling ice off the top of the building, so fair enough, they're trying to save me, but I'm convinced that the security are watching me through their cameras and they just want to see what's going to happen. Like, that girl sits on our wall every single day with her fucking coffee, let's try and get rid of her. Yes, Jess, because the whole world revolves around you, dick. Just on my way to get coffee because it's really late and I don't really have anything planned today because we've got another viewing. Is it ever going to stop? That guy totally just stared at me like, what are you doing? Why do you care? Anyway, I'm going to cross the road and get my coffee. I also just wanted to say something that kind of popped into my mind yesterday, and I'm sure it's me just being overly paranoid. I don't want it to come across like I'm making light of any of my exposures. They are still really difficult. It's just the stage that I'm at, you know. I've been doing them for over a year now. It might look like I'm handling things well, but there's a lot going on inside that you can't see. I can't remember what sparked it. I just kind of thought, oh, I don't want someone watching this and thinking, oh, you know, she's so, like, taking it for granted that she can go out and do these things, sort of thing. Because I don't. I, like, appreciate every time I can go out the door, but it's just, yeah, I got this whole kind of paranoia going on last night about what it might appear like if I was like out and I was smiling or something, and I was like, oh no. But it's just that I'm at that stage, you know. If I'd started filming a year ago, I wouldn't have been able to film. I just wouldn't. It wouldn't have even occurred to me to film. And if I'd filmed a year ago, over a year ago when I started my exposure therapies, you would have seen a very, very different Jess. I would have been just crying and not saying anything, and you know, so it all has to start somewhere, is my point, is that like you just have to start somewhere, and that's just leaving. For me, it was just leaving my front door and going to the garbage chute. That would be my entire day's exposure. So what I'm trying to say is, this is like a year. I don't know how long, but it's over a year. So that's why I am now able to go outdoors and do these things and push myself further and do stuff. And I'm just rambling now and trying to explain myself for no reason. So anyway, if there's a chair in there, I'll try and sit down for a bit in the coffee shop, but I doubt it very much because the weather's disgusting. So everyone's going to be sitting in there keeping warm. So there you go. Why can't they just have benches under here? Look. So much space for benches. And it's covered. Seems crazy. Epically gorgeous filming locations today, guys. I said it was Friday already, right? This is the last... Oh no! I thought I'd found some cover. And look, the bloody tape. I forgot. They want me to be out in the rain. Okay, I'll just stand here for a bit. I thought of something I might be able to do later. There's an exposure, because I'm just trying to do one every day just to... I mean, like I would normally, but just to document it. And this has been a really weird week. Like, I had loads of stuff to do on... Like, yesterday, I just did so many things. And then I have other days where it's just... I don't know, I just wake up too late and there's nothing to do. Or I just can't think of anything. Even though... Sorry, I've got my hair in my face. Even though going for coffee is an exposure, and yes, I did sit down, but there wasn't any nice chairs, and I had to sit on a stool, and I hate that, and I've already said that before. So I only stayed for about 10 minutes. So, I need a new phone charger. So all I need is a USB to mini USB cable, which doesn't sound difficult to find, does it? No. So, I thought maybe we could go for a trek out tonight and look for one, because the one I've got is literally like the you know, the bit that attaches to your phone, like the actual wires are now hanging out, and this is the third one I've destroyed, not on purpose, it's just they just die, and I use my more because I watch a lot of YouTube at night, so I guess I have to have my phone plugged in a lot more than the average bear. I don't know. Yeah, and now I'm thinking, oh, but that's going to be with my other half, so that's not on my own, so that doesn't really count, does it? I mean, it does count, but I have no time to do anything on my own because we've got this bloody viewing coming, which is another reason I left Starbucks, because I remembered I had to be home for this viewing in half an hour. So I'm going to leave it there, and if I go and do anything later, I will show you. And if I don't, thank you very much for watching my week of mini bursts of exposures. It was quite fun to film, like a little bit each day, you know, like with a kind of project in mind. I quite liked that. So, and it also, like I said many times, made me think of extra things to do. So maybe I'll do it again one month, I don't know. I just realised that this is an exposure in itself. Every time I have to wait in for someone to come and view the flat, because I hate it. I hate it so much, because it's strangers coming into your house and you don't know who they're going to be, and yeah, it freaks me out every time. And I've only just realised that's actually sort of an exposure that I wouldn't have been comfortable with at all before, at all. And I'm not comfortable with it now either, but I just do it, you know, because I have to. And yeah, in the past I would have been like, no, you can't do it unless someone else is here, sort of thing. So yeah, I just had that mini thought whilst I was waiting for them, because they haven't turned up yet, and I wish they'd just turn up so I can get on with shit. We've come out to try and buy that cable we're looking for, a USB cable. I have had a little cry on the way here because I was feeling really anxious and really shit and just went bleh. Even though I'm with my other half, like I said before, being with him doesn't actually stop the anxiety. It used to help more, but now it's just there all the time, so I just thought I'd try and still film it, because my tendency is to not film when I'm feeling like shit. So here you go, here I'm feeling like shit, and yeah, I'm gonna go in the shop now. I have discovered every time I go into a certain technology shop, it always gives me anxiety. Every time I go into that shop, I think I went in there once and it didn't, but it's like every single time I go in there and I get all dizzy and weird and everything. I hate that feeling coming back. So, if you have actually watched all 5 days of my week of daily vlogs, thank you very much. Like I said at the very beginning of the first one, it did not work out the way I intended, and I ended up having to post 5 separate videos, which is still annoying me. And also the fact that I realised I never made an ending to the last day, and then I had to go back and make an introduction at the first day to explain why there were 5 separate videos, because otherwise what I said in the videos wouldn't make any bloody sense. Yes, well, obviously I'm still ill because I'm clearly filming this on the same day that I filmed the intro, because I'm just doing it really quickly. All in all, that was a really busy week for me, and I did a lot of exposures, and I pushed myself to do extra ones just because I was filming. So I'm actually thinking that was a positive thing. You know, well, I'm not saying like I was doing it for the sake of filming, but I was thinking, oh, I could go and do this thing, and then I would film it as well, and then kind of realise more and take in more what I was doing. So I'm getting a lot more out of this filming than I thought I would originally, which is really cool. So yeah, so as not to make this video any longer, because if you really have watched all 5 days, internet high five to you, and I'm sure you're sick of the sight of me by now. So I just want to say a massive thank you, and I always appreciate every view or thumbs up or comment that I get, and yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Bye.